Welcome, welcome to Dicing with Death, where Ryan is the DM and I am the player. Oh my god. So, for those of you who may have missed earlier in the week's session,
Spoiler alerts.
well, you're here, too bad, you're already spoiled. Balrog met his untimely
You met his maker.
met his maker.
Sandworm.
Giant sandworm ate him, devoured him. And I have made a thief named Qualneer the Cunning, and that's what we're going to be playing with. Do you have any last words you'd like to say about Balrog?
Uh, he was a disagreeable bastard. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Which is unlikely, since he was so heavily tied to the negative material plane. He's probably going to become a wraith or sprite or some, undead something somewhere. Double undead.
Double undead. Unundead. Double negative.
Well, yeah, because you weren't actually undead. You were just
Soulless.
soulless and tied to the negative material plane. It was not quite undeadness.
Yeah.
Which is why the healing hurt and the hurting healed. Anyway, we can do whatever. So, Quality of the Cunning. 15 strength, 17 dex, 8 con, 12 intel, 4 willpower. Oh my god, that's going to kill me. 10 charisma, 9 perception. He is an elf, a thief. He is... Yes.
Okay, never mind. I needed to refresh. I was like, the stream is not live. No, it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. His size is 5 feet tall, 110 pounds. His hair is silver, tied back in a French braid. I guess I didn't say the length of his hair, but I'm imagining like lower shoulder blade length hair. He's got clear blue eyes. He is good looking, well dressed, with a feather in his cap. His hotness is either 16 or 14, depending on if Ryan wants me to roll 4d6 or 3d6.
You did 46 all around, so you can do the 46 hotness.
46 hotness. He's got 16
Enjoy your
hotness.
super character. Not man enough for the hardcore mode.
I'm sorry, you just had a cleric with 19 con. That is a super character.
That was hardcore mode, though.
That was still a super
sometimes
character.
You get lucky.
My stats are far worse than your stats were.
17 dex ain't bad.
19 con. Plus 5 to HP. Your character was more of a super character than mine was. Although you did roll it hardcore, so mad props to you. He uses darts as his primary weapon. And he's got a missile weapon style in there, which means he can move half his movement rate and still make all his missile attacks, or his full movement rate and make half his missile attacks. He also gets a bonus of 1 to AC against missile weapons when he's making a missile attack. He's got a bunch of cool equipment, leather armor. He's got 2 daggers for melee fighting, but he doesn't know how to use them, so he attacks at -3. He's got a set of lockpicks, 50 feet of silk rope, a vial of ink, 10 papyrus sheets, 2 paper sheets, a scroll case, a pound of red sealing wax, a pound of blue sealing wax, some chalk, a personal seal / signet ring thing so he can use his sealing wax on shit. He's got some flint and steel, a fancy quill, a fancy hat with a feather in it, and a backpack.
Neil forgot the backpack until I reminded him.
And so I bought a backpack. He's also broke as shit. He's got 1 silver and 9 copper to his name. And in character creation, I put all my points towards open locks and find and remove traps, so his pickpockets are really, really low. Is he literate? He does have reading and writing.
Spent 2 whole proficiency slots.
Yeah.
I'll let you have probably all your languages, at least to some degree.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's silly that you'd have to spend... I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, once you learn how to read and write, it's pretty easy. If you know another language, it's not hard to pick it up. You just have to learn their writing system. It's not hard.
Yeah. Technically, in 2nd edition, you need to devote another slot for each language, I think. It's kind of big, but I don't know. In later editions, they were just like, everyone can read and write every language they speak.
Do you need even a proficiency for it, or is everyone literate?
No, everyone is literate, except for barbarians or whatever.
We don't even have 100% literacy in the real world.
I know. It's a fantasy world.
Where everyone knows how to speak and no one has any education. Or everyone knows how to read and write and no one has any education or can afford paper.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
Take it away, Ryan.
Shall we get started? Okay. So you come to consciousness to the sound of waves crashing against the shore. Salt
Cheers.
air fills your lungs, the sound of shorebirds overhead, and you crack your eyes to be greeted with the sight of rock in front of your face. A nice and comfortable pillow.
Okay, so you're not talking the giant animal, you're talking the
ROCK.
stone. Okay.
Yeah, you're on a rocky shore, waves crashing behind you,
Um,
with no more recollection of how you got here than you yourself know.
I
You still have like all whatever backstory you've come up with. You have, but there's sort of like a gap leading up to.
I just look at my clothing. Am I wet? Am I dry?
Um, your shoes are pretty soaked through. Your socks are wet. Everything's a little damp. It's sort of foggy and overcast. So everything's a little damp, but nothing serious. None of your equipment's damaged or anything like that.
Okay, my paper's not destroyed. The paper
Do
that I
you,
spent
do you
two
go
gold
through?
on.
Do you go through your bag to check for this?
Yeah, I checked for all my stuff to make sure that nothing is missing.
Okay.
Well, first off, I
So
look
yeah.
around the beach. Is there any threats to my person nearby?
Okay. You do that before checking.
Yes, I look up and
Okay.
look around.
You actually notice a female figure walking towards you, maybe about 15 feet away from you. At a slight jog, she looks concerned. You are still prone at this point.
Okay. I'd like to.
She has long, flowing, sort of off-white dress, a sort of teal shawl, and no shoes.
I'd like to get to one knee and kind of like
Mhm.
lean, so like my right knee's up and I like got my head down, as if like my head hurts, and I want to with my right hand reach in and find some darts and get a hold of them, and wait for her to get within short range.
She is you when you look up. She's about 15 feet away from you, running towards you, and
Okay,
shouts,
well,
"Oh my God, are you okay?"
instead of the
She
darts, I
has
reach for a dagger then.
okay, um, thick, curly, sort of mousy brown hair.
Human?
Looks to be, yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
kind of raise my head but keep my arm still tucked in by near a dagger and be like, "Oh, who are you?"
All right. She comes forward and extends her right hand. As you
Oh,
look up, you meet her gaze. She has stunning blue eyes.
I leave the dagger where it is and I reach for her hand. Who are you?
Quite intense. It's almost uncomfortable to maintain eye contact with her. It's so like
Ooh.
beautifully intense. My name is Sigoth, she says, extending a hand. Do you have any points in read languages?
No.
Okay. Never mind then. Typically, that's just to decipher written word, but I would have given you a chance to
Recognize the language.
recognize meaning of her name or something like that. But no.
Is it Elven or
Okay.
Dwarven?
Um, you don't know. It
Okay.
sounds.
Because I speak
It
Elven and
sounds
Dwarven.
foreign. It doesn't. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's you don't know. She
Cool.
looks human though.
All right.
So she's extended her right hand.
I take her hand.
Who are
and
you?
Get to
How
my
did you
feet.
get here? And she sort of looks around at the bleak shore.
My name is Qualneer. As for how I got here, I was hoping you could answer that question.
I do not know, but I see no ship. She stands slightly taller than you, so you're pretty sure she's probably human. 5'2", 5'3".
Okay. Where am I? Where is this? Is there civilization nearby?
I'm here, am I not? But yes. There is a small village just up the way.
I want to take a quick look at her. Is she carrying any bags? Like, does she have a purse?
She has absolutely nothing on her.
Is
She
she
has,
wearing any?
well, she's wearing. I mean, she's wearing her dress and her shawl,
Okay,
and
but
she's barefoot,
okay.
and no bags, no yada yada yada.
Okay. Well, okay. So golf? What's it?
Go ahead and
Huh?
Sigurd. You roll a perception check for me.
Plus perception is 9. I want to say 9. Oh, natural
Yeah.
1.
Nothing out of the ordinary. She says, "You must be soaking wet."
Not actually. I'm.
Let us get you warmed up and fed.
Oh, actually, thank you.
And now that you think about it, you are quite hungry.
Uh,
The emptiness in the
what
pit of your stomach.
I ask her, what is the name of the nearby town?
Uh, Cornbrook would be the nearest.
Cornbrook. Cornbrook. Do I recognize the name Cornbrook at all?
You do not.
Okay. I walk with her,
Okay.
and I would
She
like to find out as much information about this Cornbrook as possible. I ask her how many people live there, or how big the town is.
um yes. Okay. So she starts leading you up the rocky beach a little ways. You don't quite have your bearings about you. Do you have any sort of direction sense or anything
No,
like that?
nothing.
Yeah. Then you're not really sure. Sure what? Someone is complaining about Skype.
Yeah, your voice is a little bit off on Skype, but it's just the connection. It'll fix itself in time.
Let me know if it's. I can't wire.
Yeah.
I'm on wireless. I can't unless I drill through the wall.
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. It'll fix itself. It was good earlier. It'll come back.
All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. So she leads you along the rocky beach for a ways.
Hmm.
You make small talk as you walk.
I do. It is important to me to find out the size of the town I'm headed
Yeah.
towards.
It sounds like Cornbrook is a very, very small town.
Town.
It's mostly farmers. So actually, within the city limits, it's probably a population of hundreds
Okay.
at the most. She seems slightly. I mean, she can't give you a very straight answer, so you're getting the impression that she probably isn't necessarily from there.
Okay.
And apparently, the Landon Knight or whatever, who is warden of Cornbrook, swears fealty to some greater lord
Hmm.
of Ashenholt, is the name of the greater. I don't know what you call it.
Okay.
Serfdom, whatever, fiefdom. I don't
I
know.
want to um, kneel down for. Well, no. It's good. I'll just ask her as we're walking. Is that a lake or an ocean?
That is the sea.
Okay.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
looks quite fierce and stormy.
Okay. All right. Take it away.
So she leads you to a looks to be a small cave a little ways up the beach.
All right.
You see some
Uh,
flickering light coming from the entrance.
is this Cornbrook? This cave?
Oh no, no.
I thought
This
we were
is
headed to Cornbrook.
uh, Cornbrook is about 15 miles from here. We should. I assume you want to warm your shoes and fill your belly before making that journey.
I would actually rather just like to make that journey now, miss.
Uh, Fair enough. It was a pleasure to meet you. Did you actually ever give your name?
Yes, I did.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Qualneer. She locks gate your gaze once again.
I try not to meet it this time. I kind of look past her.
Okay. Okay. She says, this is my way station when I come to do trade with the people around here. I am only here maybe a few days out of the month, but it is you are welcome. Rest here whenever you need it. And she, bids you farewell.
Wait, who are you? I know you gave me your name, but what sort of way station and what person walks around without shoes and no equipment and lives outside of town this far on a beach?
I do not live here. As I said, this is just where I stay when I need to do trade with the people of Cornbrook. And my things are inside.
Okay. Well, I will bid you do. If I walk down the beach, I'll get there, right?
She says, yes, back that way. And she points the direction you actually just came from. If you go maybe 700 feet down the beach, you will find a small path that leads inland.
Is Cornbrook actually on the sea itself?
No, if you
Okay.
follow the path, maybe a day's walk inland, half day's walk.
Okay. Goodbye. And I start heading back the way.
She nods.
Quick question. So there's a cave. I take it the beach. There's like beach, and then there's a cliff because she's in a cave, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I want
So
to.
there is no direct way up from the beach at this point. She
Okay.
said there would be a path that ways down.
Right. I want to walk past down the beach and then kind of occasionally keep glancing back at the
Yeah, you
cave.
see she's standing exactly where you left her.
Okay.
Staring
Well, I want to go until the beach, like
just
until I can hide
to-
behind like a something that juts out, naturally. Until there's something that naturally blocks our line of sight of one another.
Sure. Yeah. You walk a couple hundred feet and it sort of rounds a corner. You have cover.
Okay. I would like to try and climb up the cliff at this point.
Okay. Roll your climbing.
Climb walls is 60.
Does your DM screen have all the adjustments? I'll give you. I think
know.
I'll go ahead and give you a plus 20% unless we have a.
I don't have anything on the DM screen about that because
Okay.
we rarely use it. So plus 15, you said?
Plus 20.
Plus 20? All right. RD 100. 80 or lower. 73. Ooh, thank God for that plus 20.
Yeah. So you scale the cliff. They're about 35, 40 feet tall. So
Oh, those are tall
once
cliffs.
once you're getting to the top, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's a crackly cliff.
Okay.
You can find plenty of hand and footholds, and you climb just fine.
Okay. I want to take
So-
my time and slowly walk back towards where her cave is from on top. And I want to stay, a few feet away from the edge of the cliff so that I don't risk knocking things down.
Okay, that is the opposite direction of the
Yeah,
village.
that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I do not trust this woman. I feel like she's a siren or something. The way you described her attitude, I do not trust her. I feel like she's going to try and eat my soul.
Okay. So once you're atop this cliff, you get a better view of the landscape. The sea, extends as far as you can tell. Out in that direction. On land, it's sort of rolling, very green hills
Mm-hmm.
heading inland. Everything's sort of gray and overcast, a little bit drizzly.
Okay.
And these sort of cliffy shoals extend as far as the eye can see in either direction. Are you taking in your surroundings, or are you going straight for the caves? And
I'm taking my time getting to the cave.
Okay.
I'm maybe crouched halfway, so I'm like creeping and
Okay.
walking slowly. So I will definitely take in my surroundings.
Okay.
What is the terrain like on the inland?
Sort of rolling green hills.
Green hills, like just grassy
Hardly a
hills.
tree in sight. Yeah, grass. Yeah.
Not a lot of cover.
Few shrubs, not a lot of. There are shrubs in that you see a couple trees, but it's pretty much sort of open moors. And to the direction Cornbrook, the direction you're not going, you do see looks like some sort of structure jutting out into the sea, perhaps like a dock or a pier.
Okay.
But you head towards the cave.
I head towards the cave.
Okay. Are you wishing to move silently or anything like that? Or
Well, I can try my move silently. It's only 20%. Yeah. I was just going to kind of rely on the fact that I'm above it and walking slowly and a few feet away from the cliff to do that for me, since my move silently I can't rely on. So,
yeah.
no, I won't move silently. That puts you at half or 1/3 your movement rate. I just want to move at half movement rate, so I don't want to be trapped out here forever. So, just walking quietly.
I think we're still maybe having trouble with the connection.
Yeah, it's okay. It's acceptable.
Okay. Well. Yeah. So you walk quietly towards the cave. It's a couple hundred feet. You take a few minutes doing it carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you eventually reach the point on the cliffs where you assume you are just above the cave entrance.
Okay, I want to walk around, make sure that there's not or look for a back entrance to the cave. Maybe the cave runs all the way through and then comes up, kind of like the cave at Galita Beach.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Boom! 13.
Yeah, you find no back entrance or
Okay.
anything of the sort.
Then I want to lie on my belly and crawl all the way to the edge of the cliff as slowly as possible and as quietly as possible. At this point, I do want to use my move silently.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll that check?
Shouldn't you roll it? So, because I always
Oh
think
yeah,
I'm
that's
moving.
true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I never know which of these skills are.
20%.
Okay. To your knowledge, you are moving silently as a silent thing.
Excellent. I
You
crawl.
crawl towards the edge of the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
You look over and you see the cave entrance right beneath you. Sigolth is nowhere in sight. And you see some flickering light coming out of the cave.
All right. What sort of vegetation is on the cliff? Is there like vines crawling up it, or like
There's some of the
some ice plant or something?
not. I mean, some of the grasses and shrubs sort of overhang the cliff a little bit, but it's mostly rock the way down.
Damn it.
Can you show rolls to chat?
Oh, yeah.
Not that.
Not that I'm rolling anything.
Yeah.
So how far down the cliff does it look like the cave top reaches?
20, 25 feet from where you are. So it's maybe a little less. So here it's like a 35-foot tall cliff. The cave is maybe 20 feet. Cave entrance is 20 feet tall.
All right. I'm going to crawl backwards until I am, a few feet in from the edge of the cliff, and I want to continue in the same direction away from Cornbread, and away from Cornwall, Cornbrook. Sorry. I want to walk a few more, another 30 feet away from Cornbrook, and then I want to climb down the cliff to the beach.
Okay. Roll another climbing check. Still plus 20. This time much more at stake. If you fuck up, you fall.
13.
Yeah. So you successfully scaled it up again.
Okay. Now I want to creep in the sand close to the cliff.
There's no sand. It's all rocky.
All rocky. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I want to take my time, move silently if I can, and go all the way up to the edge of the cave. And at the corner, I want to detect noise.
Okay. So you slowly tiptoe towards the edge of the cave.
Huh?
What's your detect noise check? Do I roll that?
20%. You roll that as well.
Okay. So you can hear the soft sound of singing within the cave, or humming. Yeah, humming, not singing.
My body lies over the sea?
Not intentionally, but maybe.
How much light is emitting from this cave? Or being emitted from this cave?
54 lumens.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is you said it's overcast outside, right? So is the light
it looks
considerably
to be flickering
stronger?
like a campfire or something of the sort inside.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I were standing in the archway of the cave, would I be more illuminated by the light in the cave or by the light from the sky? Because it's overcast, you said.
Probably still the light outside.
Okay, so
I mean, it's overcast, but it's daytime.
all right, so I want to lie down, get as close to the bottom corner of the cave as possible, and then crawl out just far enough to peek one eye around the cave. I'm trying to lower my profile as significantly as possible.
Okay, sure. Are you attempting to hide in shadows?
I don't know if that applies here. If I can try that, I would like to.
I mean, if you want to round the corner and you can attempt to hide.
All right, 20%
What's
hide
your
in
chance?
shadows.
What's that?
20%.
Okay.
I foolishly put everything into find, remove traps, and open locks.
Why aren't you looking for traps? Okay. So you sort of crouch and slip around the corner and look inside the cave.
Yeah.
And sort of immediately as you okay, so you peek around the corner
Just
first.
a very slight boop, one eye.
Okay. All right. So you it's a very small cave. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 15 feet in, and then it opens up into a cavern that's maybe 30 feet across.
Uh-huh.
There are some large boulders strewn around about the cavern, so it's hard to get a idea of what's inside. But you do see a small-sized campfire. Sigolth is sitting on a log next to the fire.
Is she looking out towards the ocean or in towards the fire?
She's looking down. She appears to be working something with her hands.
If she were to look up, though, which direction would she be facing?
The side wall of the cave.
Okay.
So you're looking at her right shoulder,
Okay. I'm looking at her
So
right
she's-
shoulder.
like perpendicular to her.
All right. But
Ass-
she's looking at the side wall that I am approaching from. Like I'm approaching from in front of her, but to her side, right? Like
Yeah,
if I'm drawing something on a map.
Oops.
Oh, cool. You're drawing.
I'm
the same
drawing.
thing.
So there we go. It's a lovely fire. Let's draw some rocks. And it's an irregular sort of, it's a natural cavern. Can I search for sexy lady tokens?
Do it.
Sexy lady.
Sexy lady.
Wait, how do I find those?
Sexy lady token.
Tokens,
Sexy
search.
lady. Sexy lady token.
No results found for sexy lady.
Oh man.
There's a harpy lady.
Yeah, that's
Ugly
exactly
ladies
what I'm
in
afraid of,
huge-ass
Brian.
Dresses.
I am afraid that she is a harpy or a siren or something along those lines. That's why I was like,
Why are you fucking with her?
I'm not going. Well, because what if I'm wrong? What if she's a nice person? And what if she has some money?
Okay, these tokens are sort of the worst. Oops.
Oh yeah,
Damn it.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you can find yourself a token if you like.
Actually, I can't.
You can't?
No, DM
I have
has
to
do
find
that.
one for you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can find the douchiest token available.
I guess I had always assumed that Cornbrook was to the left of this cave, but I guess it could have been to the right.
Cornbrook is to the right.
Okay.
I can flip everything up down if that
No,
helps.
it's fine. Then I am approaching from
Oh,
her
why is nothing?
blind side.
Oh, perfect. What color is your shit?
My shit?
Yeah, your clothes.
That is open for interpretation at this point.
Okay,
My
how do I?
clothes are. Well, I'm trying not to look like a rogue, so I definitely have like a big traveling cloak with me that's probably green and gold, and then my clothing underneath that would probably be like maybe a brown leather vest with
Whatever.
sort
This
of-
guy's darts. How do I make him yours? Just-
Oh, you need to add a character called Qualneer.
Add a character.
Yeah, it's one of the tabs. It's the tab that looks like a newspaper. And then you do add character, name it Qualneer, assign it to Koibu.
This damn token.
Oh my god, the cave is moving! The cave is moving!
All right. I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, so once you create a character, then you click on the token and go to the settings of the token itself and say assign to me, and then you go back into the character while the token is still highlighted, and then you say use this token.
Yeah.
And that way then you can just drag and drop my character onto any panel you create, and I will have control over it.
Did I add a character? Sorry, guys. I am still not understanding this. Wait, use selected. Okay, drag and drop.
So have you created the character for me?
I thought so.
Let's see one.
Why won't it let me? I click save changes, and then it.
There's so many me's.
Really? I can't see any of them.
I see 3. Oh, I don't see characters, but on the screen itself, I see 3 tokens.
Fucker. Fine, you don't get to move yourself. I give up. We'll sort this out in the break or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I am right here, though, right?
Yeah. God, what layer is this? Okay.
Cool. So do I see any gear lying around the cave?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, man, I should put more into my perception. 21. Hoorah.
Okay, wait, hold. 21. You do see what looks to be a large chest on the other side of the fire.
Hello, Dolly.
How do I give you control of your character? So I did, I think, make it yours, maybe. Do I double click on it now? And
No, I can't select him yet.
how do I give it to player?
Go to the character, the token settings. So click on the token, then the gear. And then on the left side of that, there should be assigned to character. And then you assign it to a character.
Well, there's like edit token.
Yeah, edit the token. And in the upper left of that, there should be some options or drop downs about like give to so-and-so or so-and-so
Controlled
controls.
determined by character settings.
Yeah.
This is retarded.
We'll sort it out during the break.
Whatever. Okay. So yes, you see a chest in the back that I will go ahead and draw, I guess.
Okay. I want to stand up straight, get off the ground, brush any dirt or rocks off of me, and walk into the cave.
Oh, whoops. Alrighty. Okay. So you walk. You're making no attempt to be stealthy.
No. This is more of a, and I want to clear my throat loudly as I walk in.
Okay. She looks up from her work. It looks like she's doing some sort of weaving, or some sort of needlework. She says, "Oh, did you get lost?"
No,
She
I was.
stands up, setting her things
I'm more
down.
tired than I thought I was.
You are, and your feet are soggy.
Yeah. I changed my mind. Do you mind if I rest here for a while with you?
Yes, please. You see she has something cooking on the fire, and she gestures for you to sit on a log across from her.
Sit on a log across from her.
Right.
I must confess, at first I thought you might be some sort of beast in disguise trying to take advantage of me.
Uh, what's your charisma?
10.
Roll a charisma check for me.
Oh god. She's gonna get offended, isn't she? She's not gonna give me any food. 15. Shit.
15. Oh, okay. A beast, me. How could you ever think that?
I'm a cautious
Gives you
man.
a sly smile. The stew is almost done.
If that's an offer to have some, I would greatly appreciate it.
She nods. Do you wish to make any particular conversation?
Um, I would like to chat about what her business is. You know, she said she came in town to do business.
Um, yeah, she says she's trading with with the folk of Cornbrook.
Oh, what sorts of materials do you trade?
Um, I mostly trade in fine jewelry, like in exchange for, uh, yeah, the usual commodities that are tough to find,
Oh,
food stuffs and
I happen to be
etc.
a bit of an expert on jewelry, to be
Are you
honest.
now? She
Yeah.
smiles.
What sort of things do you have?
Oh, pearls are my specialty. And she sort of reaches in her blouse and pulls forth a pearl necklace that she's wearing.
Yes, she does. Um, I move to sit next to her and closely examine the pearls.
Um, you step into the fire.
No! No, I
Um,
lost!
roll another charisma check.
Come on, be smooth. He's smooth.
Where's? Oh,
22.
okay. She sort of rotates in her seat to face you a little more. You're sitting side by side, and she allows you to inspect your pearl necklace.
Yes,
Are you wishing to roll an appraisal check?
I do. I do wish that greatly.
Do you know
My
how this proficiency works at all, or no?
D20 plus 12. And oh my god, 32!
Okay.
I appraised the motherfucking shit out of that. I don't. Let me look
Yeah,
up a.
it's actually quite nice. All of the pearls look very nearly spherical, all similar in size. Other than it's a pretty standard pearl necklace. There's one single black pearl, and all the rest are white.
A successful proficiency check rolled by the DM, sorry,
Oh, that's
enables the
fine. We'll
character
let it slide
to
this once.
estimate the value of the item to the nearest 100 or 1000 GP, and to identify fakes. On a failed check, the character cannot estimate a price at all. On a roll of 20, the character wildly misreads the value of the item, always to the detriment of the character, but we've flipped the system, so that I guess that would be a roll of a 1 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We have
so
flipped the system backwards.
give me, in physics terms, the closest value
Physics terms.
to the
I'm
nearest
trying
order
to.
of magnitude.
Yeah, where? Um, you would guess thousands of GP. Probably nearest, you'd guess in the 2 to 3,000 range for a piece such as this.
Okay. Ooh,
She said, "What do you
that?
think?"
It's quite valuable. I would say 2 or 3,000 gold.
If I were to part with it,
Is
this is
that
a
not a common thing for you to part with? Is this not your trade?
indeed, but this one is mine.
Hmm.
And she shoves it back in her blouse dress.
Okay, like as she's about to, move back, I want to go from like appraising the gems to appraising her neckline, and I want to try and say something smooth.
Say something smooth, huh?
Yes, I want to try and say something smooth about, like, well, if that was valuable, this seems to be more valuable.
These.
Neckline, not boob line. And then I want to go in for a kiss/nibble on the neckline. Qualneer is being
Quite
smooth. He's making a
forward.
move.
Okay. You would,
16 hotness.
yeah. You would appraise that she is probably about as hot as you are.
Sweet.
So yes, she's quite a fine specimen. Um, what smooth line did you have to say, or do you want to leave it up to a charisma check whether you can come up with a smooth line?
All right, so here, am I smoother than Charisma 10, guys? I'm going to pretend that I am, and I'm going to say
You
something along the lines of,
you
as
run
she
love
starts
bites,
putting
you
it,
should be able to. You should be smoother than charisma 10.
Love Bites is good for long-term romance. That has nothing to do with picking up girls. My picking up girls check is like a 4, all right, guys? So as she puts the pearl necklace away, I'll say, well, if that was gorgeous and valuable, so are you. And damn it, that's awful. No, I'm gonna leave it up to a roll. I'm gonna.
It's out.
Damn it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go
You
for a
wish to
kiss
say
on the
anything
neck.
else? Any recovery?
Um, the recovery is the attempt at kissing and caressing her neck. That's the recovery. Screw the words. Actions speak
Okay.
louder.
Okay. Is there? I could roll a reaction test or something or other, but okay. Why don't you roll for me a hotness check on top of yeah.
Was that like just a D20 plus 16?
Yeah, pretend it's an actual stat.
Okay. 25?
You're a handsome bastard.
I am.
Okay.
It's like my real character, my real person.
All right. So she permits you to lean in and kiss her neckline, her cheek. What were you going for?
Neckline. Right,
Okay.
below the ear a little bit. But,
It smells like sea salt.
okay.
And she sort of shudders at your kiss. Next, I mean, are you lingering there? Are you?
I will. Yeah, I mean, Qualneer's going to take it slow, but he's going to attempt to try to seduce the woman.
Okay. So you sort of linger at her neck, and she rotates and meets you face to face.
I go for the lips.
To lip. Yes,
Lips, hand in the hair on her head.
Okay. Her hair is soft and thick.
Qualneer will make out with her and go as far as she is comfortable with, and he is not afraid of being assertive.
Well then, starting things off.
Hey, I'm a dashing
Starting
rogue.
things off right.
I should put way
Well
more into
then.
charisma.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and leave it at that.
Yes.
Chippendale can fill in the details for us. Can I have you roll a? Why don't you? I don't know. I was going to say charisma check to see how far you can take this. You can. I mean, if you want to try and argue that you're, yeah.
Poor wounded, like a lost sailor or guy found on the beach. She takes him in. There's a lot of chemistry here to begin with. There's the nice fire, the sound of the ocean crashing out in front of us.
Yeah, so you kiss for a while, and then she makes some comment or mentions that you must be soaking, and
I start taking off clothes. I
you
move
start
hands.
taking off your shoes. You're like, what the hell?
I start taking off her dress. You know how these things go.
Okay. Indeed. Okay. So there are some blankets or whatever away from the fire there.
You don't
make sweet love to the sea witch, and
and she eats me and I die.
she eats you and you die. Next character. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
All right. Boom. There's my con.
There's your illegitimate bastard child.
Hold on. Wait. Is she? You got to make a fertility check for her.
I rolled those in secret.
Yeah. Okay.
Now roll a second Constitution check.
Is this for performance?
This is for performance.
Oh god, this is the important one. Oh god, this is the important one.
You feel woefully inadequate, but she doesn't seem to mind, and
it's all right. I'm wounded.
Just have a nice time.
I'm
You are
wounded.
not wounded. You're at full HP.
I'm weary and hungry and starved and malnourished.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that's the night. You eventually take a break and have some fish stew once it finishes.
Okay.
Um,
Again.
what? Not again. That was that you'd never had dinner. You got what? Oh goodness. Yeah. Second round of fish stew.
Oh, God.
She takes the spices she was using to cook and puts them back in the chest that was in the corner
I take
with her.
this opportunity as she's doing that to pay very close attention to what's in the chest.
Can you roll?
I mean, I have no problem like walking up beside her as she does it and like wrapping my arms around her and peering into the chest. I don't mind being overt.
Um, okay. When she sees you coming up behind me, coming up behind you. She sort of looks back uncomfortably and hastily puts the things away and slams
Okay.
the top of the chest.
All right. I make no note
And
of it.
then, okay. So I don't know if you want to try and quickly catch a glance as she's doing this. It
No,
will
no,
be
no, no.
all right. So she pushes you back to your little love nest and insists on another round, and you're not up to it after that poor constitution. So
That's fine.
you snuggle all night.
I would like to try and stay awake and wait for her to fall asleep.
Okay.
Okay. Also, good thing to know is after, the love nest was used the first time, did she get redressed?
I almost made a note of that. No, she does not. She
Okay.
stays
In the
fully
buff.
at rest,
Sweet.
and you thoroughly enjoy the view.
Sweet. Well, then I would like to wait for her to fall asleep.
Okay. That doesn't take too long,
Okay.
and she falls asleep.
I will head out and go relieve myself in the ocean,
Okay.
and then walk back into the cave. And is she still asleep when I come back in?
Yes, it would appear that she is.
I would like to carefully and quietly get dressed.
Okay.
And when I'm finished getting dressed, I take a look at her. Is she still asleep?
Yeah, you haven't woken her.
Sweet. I will go find her pile of clothing and grab her pearl necklace and put it in my backpack.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I will pull out my lock picks and try and pick the lock on the chest.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for lockpickery. What is your lockpick chance?
45.
Can I? It is a decent lock. So where do you know where that table is? Whatever. I'll give it some bonus. I don't. I guess in working with it, you get a feel of the lock, don't you? So I'll give you a minus 15.
54.
Oh, there is a page 54 in the DMG.
Yeah, but because there's two versions of the DMG. You have a slightly different version. Lock quality. Good
Okay.
lock is no change. Excellent lock is minus 20. Superior lock is minus 40. Masterful lock is minus 60. Poor is plus 15. Wretched is plus 30. It's in chapter 6.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, yeah. So let's give you a minus 20.
Okay, that is awful.
Actually, no, it's fine. No, it's a good lock. No percentage off.
Okay, so 45 or lower. Crossing fingers. 16. Yes.
Okay. So the lock gives a satisfying click.
I look back at her, slowly remove the lock, and tuck it in my bag.
The lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think to myself, holy shit, her key was probably in her clothing.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever. I'll go get her key on my way out, and I open the chest and peer in.
Okay. Looks nothing immediately leaps out as like piles of gold.
Okay.
You see a nice folded fur taking up most of one half of the
I
chest.
immediately look under the fur.
It looks to be a pelt of some creature.
I mean, I pick up to see what's
Yeah, there's
underneath.
nothing underneath.
Damn it. Okay, keep going.
There is a big sack of limes, the assorted spices she was using to cook, plus more. Um, you find a pouch that feels almost empty.
I look
Then you look
inside.
inside. There's like three pearls in there,
I take it.
three small pearls.
Well, hold on. I pull it out of the chest and put it on the ground. I don't take it yet.
Okay. Um, yeah, that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Hmm. I glare at her, and in my mind, I think, "What the hell? You were trying to hide this from me?"
Bitches love their limes.
I pull. I want to take out the folded pelt, and unravel it, like unwrap it and kind of shake it out, make sure there's nothing hiding inside of it.
Um, no, it looks like it's like recently skinned, so or not recently skinned, but like still in the shape of a
Okay.
skin, and so it's got like pockets and whatever. I mean, so
Yeah.
it's like
I mean,
it's like an yeah, it's like
I
a fitted pillowcase kind of.
okay.
Like it's got
I
those weird pockets.
I
And
try
you
and shake
reach.
it to make sure that there's nothing hiding inside of it.
Go and roll a perception check.
But I'm shaking it. I'm literally shaking it out.
Okay, yeah, okay. Nothing shakes out.
Okay. Well, there's my perception check
You're
anyway.
yeah, there's nothing
Um,
inside.
I put it back. I just toss it back in. Uh, can I appraisal? How long would it take to appraise the three pearls that are in the chest?
I think about a minute.
All right. I will sit and appraise the pearls.
Right. What was your bonus?
12.
12. Yeah, they're each worth in the ballpark of 100 GP.
I will take two of them.
Mhm.
I'll leave one in the bag in the chest. I'll
Mhm.
close the chest. I look around. How big? Oh, wait, how big is this chest?
It's pretty fucking big. Uh,
Fuck it. I
maybe
take
like
all three pearls. There's something wrong
okay.
about this woman. I don't like it.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
dig in
it's
her.
the chest is maybe like 4 feet long, 2 feet deep, and 2 feet tall. It's like a it's like a yeah,
Okay.
a storage foot locker or whatever.
I look through her clothing for her key.
You find it.
Um, is there anything else in her clothing while I'm looking through it? Anything
Mm,
valuable?
uh, no,
Okay.
no.
Then I will sneak out of the cave and walk towards Corn Brook.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
Not so poor anymore.
Assuming you can fence all these pearls.
Assuming, yeah. Hell, I don't. If I sell them at half price, I'm making a killing.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I head to Cornbrook. You said it's 15 miles. I try and get up on.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's true. That's what she said. I go up onto the path, onto the cliffs, and well, I'm an elf, but it's cloudy out.
It's night.
Yeah, I have infravision or night vision or whatever. But if it's cloudy, there may not be enough light to actually see by.
I mean, you can. Yeah.
Um,
It's still overcast, so yes, it is quite dark.
damn it, damn it.
Okay. You're an elf, though. You've got good eyes. You
I
do
mean,
worry a little bit about tripping or
well, so be it.
whatever.
I'll follow the path as best as I can and pray that no bears eat
What
me.
what path? All right, you're on the beach right now.
Yeah, I'll take the beach, and she said there was going to be a path on that led upward.
Okay, so you follow the beach in that direction.
Yeah, looking for a
Roll
path.
a perception check.
13.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're walking for maybe see, 10, 15 minutes, and you haven't crossed any path yet.
This is where I die. I'm going to try and climb the cliff.
Sure. So let's do. I don't know what the penalty is for darkness, but let's just make it a straight climb check.
Okay. 30, which is below my 60.
Okay. It's scary as all hell climbing this tall cliff in the dark, but you make it to the top unscathed.
Yes. All right. Get to the top and proceed to head down the beach towards.
You mean?
Down the edge of the cliff, looking towards Corn Brook. I mean, not too close to the edge of the cliff. I walk along the cliff and hope I run into a path that way.
Okay. You continue walking the direction you were going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Along. Okay. All right. See if you can control your character.
Yeah.
Okay. All it was just one stupid. Okay, whatever. All right. So yeah, you were walking along the cliff in the dark. How long do you wish to walk? You see no sign of a path. You've got the rolling hills off to your left and the shore down the cliff to your right.
So I want to walk for another 15 minutes along the cliff side, and if after another 15 minutes I don't come across the path, I will put the sea to my back and walk inland for 45 minutes, hoping I come across the path that way.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Oh boys. It's 26.
Okay. You see no path, although about 10 minutes later you do see some structures down on the beach level.
Ooh. I would like to continue walking along the cliff until I get closer to the structures.
They're like where you are.
Oh. Can you describe them to me? In more detail than structures?
It looks to be, and it's dark, it looks to be maybe a small building and some docks out in front of it. And in looking around, you do see a set of stairs carved into the cliffs leading down.
Oh, I go to the stairs.
Okay.
At the top of the stairs, I look for a path. If you were to walk up the staircase, where does it go?
Yeah, there's actually none leading inland. It looks like maybe slightly worn from the direction you're coming from.
But
there's no obvious path.
All right, well, I'm going to no. If she wakes up and she actually is a sea hag, she's going to come kill me. I got to put more distance between me and her. I can't do this. I'll come back and explore it another time. I keep heading down the cliff.
Down along the cliff?
Yeah, I keep heading along the cliff, a few more minutes. And then
how much longer?
Another 5 minutes, and then I will put the seat in my back and head inland for half an hour.
Okay. You reach no path in the 5 minutes, and then you turn inland.
Yeah.
And head through the hills. Yeah. So how long did you say you would be willing to walk? Nothing eventful initially happens.
I'll walk for half an hour and hope I come across the path. Just pray, looking towards my feet the whole time.
I mean, it's nice, smooth grass, so I mean, it's not difficult walking, but you find no path.
Well,
the moon occasionally peeks through the clouds, but it's pretty much overcast.
Well, I start walking parallel to the ocean again, and I want to walk for a couple of hours, but I want to keep my eye out for any sort of shelter or cover, or even a very large bush, maybe that I could hide underneath, or a grove of trees, or I want to look for some sort of cover that I could lay down and sleep in.
Okay.
I do want to put a couple more hours between us.
Okay. So you begin walking again parallel to the shore, away from Sigot's cave,
Uh huh.
and you walk for. I mean, there's the occasional bush. Is that not to your liking?
I want if it's a large bush, covers a 10 by 10 square.
Sure. Yeah, you can find an appropriately large bush.
Yeah. If I think I can crawl and like lay underneath it, if there's room to shelter myself under the bush, then I will just crawl under there and go to sleep.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And I will sleep till I wake up from the sun.
Okay. Yeah, the sun wakes you up in the morning.
All right. Why don't we take our first break?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. And we'll see you guys in like 3 minutes. Bye bye.